Hi, this is Nancy Wilson. Welcome to Wilson Counseling. Today we're going to talk about a meditation practice called negative visualization. It's really helpful if you are not feeling very content, maybe you're arguing with people in your life, or just kind of feeling unhappy with yourself, your body, your relationships. This practice can really help with bringing that warmth that you get with gratitude, feeling just happier and more in the moment. And it's a pretty simple practice. The way that this works is I want you to imagine something in your life that is maybe something really important to you, but that sometimes you're frustrated with. So for example, maybe imagine a spouse or a friend or a loved one, a child, and then imagine what would happen if that person was taken away. They were no longer in your life. What would that feel like? So I remember one time when one of my friends' spouses was unexpectedly died, and it was really tough to see her go through it, but also it made me appreciate my spouse even more, because I thought, oh my gosh, what if he was gone? What if I couldn't hug him anymore? He wasn't in my life anymore. And I experienced so much gratitude for him. And so this is a practice that's kind of like that, where you imagine that something that matters to you isn't there anymore for some reason. So I would say start with loved ones. So maybe even in a moment when your kid is annoying you, or your spouse or a friend is getting on your nerves, just imagine what would my life be like without this person? If this person wasn't here, there would probably be a really big deficit, and it can make you appreciate them. So loved ones is one area. You can do this negative visualization. Also, possessions. What would it feel like for you if all of your earthly possessions were suddenly gone? Maybe there was a fire or something like that happened, God forbid, and then all your possessions were gone. Maybe you're not feeling particularly thankful for, your sofa or your clothes or those things. But if you imagine if that was gone, it was all taken away and you didn't have access to it anymore, how would you feel? And then imagine getting those things back. Imagine, having the things that you love around you, your physical possessions. And just notice that sense of gratitude that wells up in you when you think about that. Another thing are your senses. We take this for granted a lot, but I want you to imagine if your sight, for example, was taken away. What would it be like if you woke up one day and suddenly you couldn't see anymore? You couldn't see the people you love. You couldn't watch television programs, necessarily see them. You couldn't see artwork or a sunset or a sunrise. So next time you're just sitting there for a moment and feeling, not very content about your life, you can use this practice and just say, just look around, notice everything around you, and just say, what if I didn't have sight to see these things? Or what if I didn't have possessions? What if I didn't have this sofa that I'm sitting on right now that I enjoy sitting on and reading and talking to people? What if that was gone? I can just feel the sadness when I say that. And then when I think, but it isn't, it's here. The people I love, that person is here. Maybe they're getting on my nerves, but if they weren't here, I would be a whole lot sadder. So doing this practice of imagining them, imagining those possessions or your sight or your sense of hearing, imagining that that's gone, and then noticing what that feels like, and then remembering their presence in your life can create this wonderful sense of gratitude. If you are a really depressed person and you're prone to depression, this may not be the best practice for you, but I would still recommend that you try it and see if it does actually help you to feel more contented for the things that you do have in your life. So practice negative visualization. You can even close your eyes if it helps you, and sit with the feelings that you have when you notice the absence of something you care about, and then notice the gratitude or happiness that may well up when you think about those things actually being present in your life. I hope this was helpful for you. Take care.